Last week I was working on the 5-day challenge and showed all the photographs I'd produced in black and white. This week we've got a new camera, which is the Canon D70, which is quite a nice upgrade from the Canon 600D. I've been using this now for a year or so. We've shot quite a lot of video on it. What I like about it was the fact that you have the flip out back, which allows for some interesting shots, so you can actually hold the camera fairly low down. I have had shots using the Canon 550D, which doesn't have a flip out back. When we were doing a kind of low angle shot, we had to use this little compact so that you can basically see the screen like that, which is very complicated and very cumbersome. Now I know that's been around for quite some time, and each of the cameras that I'm using today have flip out backs on them, which is quite useful. The Canon 70D continuously refocusing on things I want. I can select which points of the shot that I want to focus in on, and it actually will focus. If I want the background, it will focus on the background. I'm using a 50mm 1.8 lens on this particular camera at the moment, which gives a nice aperture, and I can use the back wheel to close that down all the way down to f/22. So you can see the blades of the lens. If I now open it up, the camera's actually opening up as well, which is quite nice. On the 600D, the shutter could be adjusted just here. But if you wanted to adjust the f-stop, you had to hold this button in here and then play with the jog wheel there. I'm actually adjusting the f-stop. On the 70D, the jog wheel at the top is used for changing the shutter, but the wheel at the back here changes the f-stop. You're not having to look at a separate button to press on the back, so that's quite a nice little feature. I like that. The other thing is that this is actually touchscreen. If I want to change, let's say, the ISO, I can just touch that, and then I can change the ISO by sliding my fingers across and setting the ISO to what I want. The servo for the autofocus I can actually pause if I want, so it doesn't change, and then when I want to focus on something else, I can then get it to focus and stop it if I want, which is quite nice. For my particular purposes, I don't need anything more grand than this particular camera. It's nice to have something that's a bit more solid. The 600D, it's a nice little camera, but there's a lot of features I think that I've now got in this new camera that I like using, especially the touch screen. The focusing seems to be a lot better, and just the layout is a lot easier to use, I think, than this one. Although I shall carry on using it. It's going to be my backup camera, so that should be fun. Because of my nostalgia for film cameras, I purchased a Nikon camera. It's a 1967 camera. It hasn't got a lens, so I'm waiting for a lens to come. And the lens I'm waiting for is a nice 28mm lens. So what I hope to do, if it comes in the next week, is to produce a little video going through the process of filming stills with this particular camera. So I'm kind of looking forward to the results of that, and we'll see what happens. And I'll share the results that I get of the negatives with you, hopefully next week. This is just an update, because as we were filming, the lens came for the Nikon camera. So there it is. You can see we now have our Nikon with its 28mm lens. We're ready now to start doing a little bit of photography. The interesting thing about this particular Nikon, there is no shutter speed dial on the top. The shutter speed dial is around the lens mount. You can just change the shutter speed by adjusting the lever on the other side. So next week we'll put a roll of film through this camera, process the negative and scan the images in and see what we've got. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the Utree channel, and also check out our website on utree.tv. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.